Hello and welcome to the monthly mystical. It's been a while. So I'm excited to bring on Sally Heavey, who is going to be talking about sound therapy. So I'm really interested to find out some more stuff about that. So without further ado, let's get her back in. Wants to figure out how to do that again. She could be in the chat. Let's see. Oh. Okay then. I don't know where my waiting room is. There we are. And we're back. And hello. Hi, Sally. Once again. And how are we today?
I'm all right. Yes, I'm good.
Brilliant.
It's my day off on Friday, so.
Oh, that's good. I wish it was my day off. I was quite tired, actually. Right then. So we're talking about sound therapy. So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
So give us a little bit of background. What is it exactly? So what's the what makes it sound therapy?
Right. What I do is called integral sound therapy,
Okay.
which integrates the 5 levels of a person. So the body, the mind, the emotions, the spirit, um, and another one.
Astral? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That was a
There
good
you
guess.
go. Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Okay.
so 5 levels of personality, and we believe that sound will affect all these levels. So everything's made up of vibration, and because of that, sound will resonate with the vibration of the body and the soul and the spirit and the mind, and affect your whole being in certain ways, and certain sounds will affect the being in positive ways, and certain sounds will
Just ignore that. I don't know why. Hopefully I'm still there. Can you hear me still?
yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on.
So and certain sounds will affect the being in a clearing out way. So you can affect a cleansing, and you can affect an increase of energy by using sound. And we believe that sound can change your vibrational frequencies of your body and affect healing. So it helps the person to heal themselves.
Oh, okay. And then so that would be healing in all 5 ways, like the emotions, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so would you know?
No, we don't do the healing. The person themselves will do the healing.
Right. Okay.
So the concept is that we facilitate them to heal themselves by playing sounds to them.
Okay.
In certain ways. So I've got a gong here beside me, and that's quite I'll move the camera so you can see them.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
So,
Cool.
so that will be quite a sharp, dramatic cleansing sound, because I don't know, they don't come through very well on Zoom, but
Oh, because of the noise. Hang on, let me put on the original. Let's see if that makes a difference.
original sound,
Yeah, I'll put on the original sound for musicians. Right, have another go. Let's see if it comes up anymore. No, you might need to do it at your end as well.
Yeah, let's put this new Zoom.
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Not impressed with new Zoom.
No.
Anyway, we'll play with original sound and keep talking.
Yes.
So, some sounds are quite cleansing, like the gong, because its vibrational frequency is quite sharp, and it's a strong sound where you've experienced yourself the tuning forks,
Oh,
and
yes.
they're quite gentle
Yeah.
because they're very quiet, but you're still affected by the vibrational energies of those tuning forks.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really, really good. I like the tuning forks.
Yeah, I like using tuning forks myself quite a lot. I do group sessions where you've got a group of people, and you're playing sounds to them. It's like a meditation, really, but that's very different to an individual session.
Okay, yeah. So you would be doing it to others, or is it a group of people doing it to one person, or is it you doing it to lots of people?
You can do that. You can do it all, yeah. But in a group session, I would be usually either doing it to the group,
Okay, yeah.
or encouraging them to play sounds themselves or use their voices.
Ah, okay.
So sometimes I would not have them lying down meditating. I'd have them using their voice and
Ah, cool. Okay.
making sounds.
And so would you know, so how would you know which part of the body and the mind, etc., which part needs to be looked at, or is it you just play around until you find something that resonates?
Um, well, there's certain sort of protocols. With the tuning forks, there's quite a lot of protocols that you'll talk to the person, find out what the problem is, and use the protocol accordingly. And it'll prescribe certain tuning forks.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But on the whole, it's a lot of it's intuitional.
Mm,
So even though there's a prescribed protocol, sometimes you might find that you pick up another tuning fork, for instance, and think, why am I wanting to use this? But that's the
yeah.
right tuning fork for the situation that is there.
Yeah, because I suppose, I mean,
So a
everybody's
lot of it's
individual.
intuition.
Yeah, a lot of people, everybody's individual, aren't they? So no two people are the same. So you can't, I suppose you can't do exactly the same thing to every person because it wouldn't work, would it?
No, no. So yeah, a lot of it is getting in touch with your instruments. So playing your instruments, getting to know your instruments, getting in touch with your instruments helps to know which instrument to use and um, what to do when, because a lot of it's intuitional, a lot of it's feeling energies. You might find that, say you're using a singing bowl, it is a singing bowl,
Oh, that's a big one.
and you were going over their body
Right.
like that, and it might die down, and you might think, oh, that sound's dropped there, and so you'll think that the energies there is quite depleted in that part of the body.
Ah, right.
Um, so there's certain ways of scanning um, using. Uh, I like to use this singing bowl. This particular one is very good.
Mm.
Um, and it's don't know whether you can see that picture inside.
Oh, just about. Yeah. Who's that in there?
And that's the medicine Buddha.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the medicine Buddha.
very
Um,
cool.
and it's a very good singing bowl for scanning. And I like to use that one a lot.
So
And
is
then
it?
you've got smaller ones,
Oh yeah.
the smaller ones. Got quite a lot of them. We've got quite a lot of the ceramic ones as well, the quartz ones.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you just pick whichever one that you think might be useful for this particular person, or is it just your preference, or how does that work?
Well, they have got different frequencies that um, I've written on them what frequencies they are. So the note,
Mm.
and the different notes affect the different parts of the body, which are called chakras.
Oh right. Yes. Familiar.
So
Hmm.
you can use them that way. And also the different notes have got different you can play them together.
Mm.
So you can do two notes, then you can have a second, a third, and some um, like a third is cleansing,
Okay.
and the fifth is like harmonizing. So there's quite a lot of music theory involved in sound therapy as well.
Yeah.
Although sound therapists don't have to be musicians.
Huh, well, that's handy.
Because
For me, it would be.
it's not about music.
Okay.
It's about using the sounds to facilitate healing of people.
Mm.
So sometimes you might find that you play something and it gives a bum note, and you think, oh, why is that done that? And it might be quite specific. It might mean something.
Ah, okay, yeah, I get you. I'm getting you now. So
So
what if so if it's a bit like dowsing, isn't it? I suppose because you know when you get the water rods and
yeah,
you go around chasing for water, you find the water. So it's a little bit like
yeah,
that, right? You're doing that,
yeah.
yeah. So if you're
But you're using the musical instrument to feel the energies and to then affect the energies.
so you feeling the energies as well. So it's not just you're not just getting them to understand that they're feeling what it is that's
No, it
wrong with
has an
them.
effect on us as well.
And do you protect yourself, like, because otherwise you'll end up with everybody else's stuff, wouldn't you? Surely.
Yeah, you have to protect yourself
Do you
in
do
that
that before
way.
you start a session? You would like
Yeah, and
give yourself a bubble or whatever it is that you do.
you'd set the intention of the session before you started.
Okay.
So you'd have an intention and you'd meditate on that intention in the place and cleanse the place that you're going to do. So this room is, although it's like going out to my garden, it's my healing room and its purpose is solely healing and
Yes.
growing plants.
So I'm assuming it's like full of amazing energy, good energies in there. So because you wouldn't, like disrupt that. I'm assuming if it's just for that.
No, I mean people go through to the garden, but yeah, it's full of good energy.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but you would cleanse the room, perhaps using some sage or using a bell or something, going around cleansing the energy
Hmm.
before and after.
Right. Yeah.
So it's important also to cleanse your energy field after a session,
Yeah.
as well as before the session.
Yeah.
As you said, you don't want to have everybody else's stuff.
No, I remember there was a lady that did massage in the hairdressers, and she goes, she used to always come out every time I went to the hairdresser. So I don't know how she survived. She used to come out of her little therapy room going, "I can't do any more. Oh, the energies, I just can't take them anymore," and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? So yeah,
Yeah,
so she's obviously picking up everybody else's bad vibes from when she's massaging.
yeah, and not cleansing herself afterwards.
Yeah, she probably just doesn't know that she's got to do that, should imagine. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah, some people don't. It depends what they're trained to.
mm, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that wasn't the curriculum when you did massage courses. I don't know, part of it.
depends what massage it was, but
Well, yes, that's another thing. I think it, I think it was a normal one. And then what's normal? Yeah, yeah. So I'm curious about. I read this book. Can you read that? The Hidden Messages in
oh
Water.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know if you've read it. But there is some amazing pictures. This bloke just took picture after picture of water, um, and he could see the crystals like in the water. Yeah, and he did some amazing stuff, like saying words to the water, saying he was sorry, and tap water was awful. Apparently, there's no nice stuff in water and all this stuff. And when it spoke badly to the water, it would give off. It wouldn't. There would be no crystal at all. And so I suppose, given that we're made up of 70% water or whatever it is that we are, pretty much lots of water, it makes
yeah,
sense that a lot of the vibrations. If I said to somebody you're a whatever, then they're going to pick up that vibration as a bad thing, right? Uh, so if somebody's having problems, is that kind of how it would work with the body and the emotions? Is what I'm trying to get at.
yeah, yeah. Um, so we do work a lot with the voice. But intent is everything, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
uh, you know, um, it's the way you say something to somebody
Yeah.
that really have a dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Um, and also, it might not even be that you say it in their hearing,
Mm.
and it still affects them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's sending that either positive or negative force to them.
Mm.
And if you're saying it aloud, and we're magical people, so um, saying something aloud brings a more force onto it.
Yeah. I have to be careful next time I say I say you're going to get warts on your bum. I've done that a few times when I've missed a bus because the bus driver wouldn't wait for me.
So there's a
I
lot of
said so.
bus drivers with warts. And,
Yes.
uh,
I said sorry after it. I apologise and let them have their warts go away. Spontaneous, spontaneous anger. Not a
yeah,
good thing. That was a long time
yeah,
ago.
you
Don't get
learn
buses
to
very
you
often.
learn to control it, but
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, the vibrational pattern that those words have produced affects the universe because the universe is a vibrational being,
Mm.
um, and that's how we sort of affect everything by making sounds and vibrating the what some
Mm.
people call the web of weird.
Oh yes, I've heard of that. So with the five thingamajiggies, is how do you know which one you need to work with this with a particular person? How do you know whether it's their emotions, their body, or I mean their body? I suppose is quite straightforward. If you say I've got a bad back, or I'm assuming that's quite straightforward
Yeah, but
most of the time.
might not necessarily be that you're working with the body in that case because the causal um, thing might be spiritual.
Ah, so their bad back might be have nothing to do with actual aches and pains that like in a body. It could be that
Yeah, or
they have
it
to
could
work
be
with something
something
spiritual.
that's in a past life, you know. So,
Oh, oh, we're going into past lives as well. Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's interesting.
so when you're scanning with this bowl, you can scan on different um, levels,
Yeah.
and you're having your client laying down on your couch.
Yeah.
You're going over the client with the bowl
Uh-huh.
and listening to the bowl whilst you're tapping it
Ooh.
like that on the different levels. And when you go over on a different level, you can say this is the body level, and this is the mind level, and this is the emotions level, and this is the soul level,
Ah.
this is the spirit level, and they'll all have different effects and different. Um, you might find that on the spirit level there's a increase in energy, so it might go louder,
Oh, okay.
and so you think, oh, there's too much energy there,
Uh-huh.
and then on the body level it might go quiet,
Right.
so in the same sort of chakra point.
So if the person has to heal themselves, how do they do that? If they're on, say, the spirit level, and there's something going wrong there that needs to be done, I mean, how do they do themselves?
Well, that's why we say that we're facilitating that self-healing, because it enables them to, because we all can heal ourselves.
So are they actually doing that unconsciously? They're not trying to
Yeah,
physically grab a hold of spirit and say, "Here, heal me now."
no,
So it's
no.
all done. So it's all done without, not without their knowing, because you've been telling them, yes. But it's all done without them having to kind of make an effort, I suppose.
Well, so when you cut yourself, it bleeds a bit, and then it's scabs over, and then the scab falls off, and you've healed yourself.
Right. Yes. Got you.
Yeah. So we all have got that ability to heal them. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how damaged we are, we've all got the ability to actually heal. And it's just allowing that or facilitating that self healing.
But we've all got ability to heal ourselves in all levels. Is that right? Is that
Yeah.
how it? Yeah. And but it's just that a lot of people don't know how, or can't do it on their own, kind of thing.
Well, no, I might need a little bit of help.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And that's where the sound comes in.
So, and that's the way you would find out, kind of, apart from your intuition part. That's the way you'll find out which level is that's causing the most problems. And what would there be, maybe bits in each level that might need like fixing, or is it always just one bit, and that's the bit that you work on, or would you tell them to come back and work on another bit another day, or?
May take a few sessions to actually go through everything, but yeah, there may be bits in all sorts of different levels, and you might work on one thing or you might work on several things, depending on whether you thought that or whether your intuition said that that was the most important at the time.
Right, okay. Where did sound therapy come from? I mean, how old is it? Is it one of those things that's been going around since day one from all the ancestors and stuff, or is it, people saying it's like new agey stuff, don't they? And I don't know if it is really. I think it's always something, I think, past.
Well, I think it became popular um, with the New Age,
Yeah,
but I've got um, several ancient books. It talks about sound in Rumi, and there's several Islamic texts about sound therapy, and there's several um, Hindu texts about sound therapy,
yeah,
and Chinese texts about sound therapy. So it's
right,
quite an ancient thing.
yeah,
I think I think mostly, when people started playing drums, that's when it sort of started to become a thing, because a lot of um, people would play drums to affect healing.
right, yeah, yeah.
So the shamans would play drums and affect healing that way.
Mm. And so, yeah, so I'm assuming there's courses that you can do for sound therapy. Was it a long course? Is there lots and lots of studies and study to do and all that sort of stuff?
It takes about a year.
That's not too bad. That's considering
Yeah,
you got to learn.
there's a lot to learn.
Mm.
Um, and you have to do case studies and write up case studies and learn the what do you call it, bedside manner type things as well.
Yeah. Yes, that's always important.
It's what not to say as much as what to say.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. So we, yeah. Um, oh, that was one thing I wanted to ask. So when my mum died, and she was in the hospital, and I didn't know she was going to die, but she was, I think it was like the day before, a couple of days before, she was a bit babbly and all that sort of stuff, yeah. And then the day before she died, she started coming out with some weird like stuff, uh, like really Scottish, like oh hen and all this sort of that she'd never said for years and years. She never spoke like this for years and years. And then she would sort of say stuff like, oh, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. And it was all really weird. And then she died the next day. And I came into the hospital. She'd already died, passed away. And me and my husband, Paul, we both saw my mum as if she was talking. It was like her mouth was still moving, but she'd passed away and everything. She was still warm, but her lips were like moving, and then her body. It was like a body in front of her body, if you know what I mean. So would I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say here. So would I mean, obviously there's apparently layers when people die. When
Mm.
you were explaining about the body and the levels, would you say that that's part of when you pass away? Would that be the kind of thing? Because the last one will be like your spirits and stuff.
Well, it's not particularly sound therapy, but
No, 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 no. But
yeah,
it's kind of like the vibrations, because she was like,
well, yeah, she just died, hasn't she?
yeah, literally. I think it was about half an hour after she'd passed away by the time we got
Yeah.
there.
So, yeah, there's different levels of the personality,
Mm,
um, and the body will have it's what's called the etheric self will be the last thing to leave.
mm.
So your spirit will probably leave quite a while before the etheric will.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably what you saw was the etheric energy.
It was very, yeah, it was
Yeah,
quite amazing actually. Yeah. But I was saying, but with regards to sound though, because we're talking about vibrations, aren't we? Maybe, it's still everything, like you said, everything is vibrations, isn't it? It's not,
mm,
nothing's really, we look at it and it's solid, but it's not. It's everything is a vibration, isn't it? According to
yeah,
quantum physics or whatever, I don't know.
yeah. According to physics, everything is a waveform.
Yeah. It's quite
Um,
fascinating when you think of that, because it's like, hmm, that's solid. Yeah, trying to get your head around that. But so
yeah,
going back to the vibrations and the sounds and everything, so the sounds are, um, you, you are vibrating your sound, or vibrating the sound of the bowl to that person, aren't you? So their vibrations and the bowl vibrations are linking up, I suppose, right?
yeah, and yours,
And what?
and your own vibration.
Yeah.
So it's not
Oh,
just
and oh, right, yeah,
yeah, it's not just the client. It's your vibrational energies will affect the healing session as well.
right, okay. So you wouldn't try and do some sound therapy if you're in a bad mood, I'm assuming, or if you're having, I don't know, if you weren't happy, or whatever
Yeah,
it is, that
yeah,
would affect somebody else, wouldn't it? I'm assuming.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. that makes sense.
or if you were drunk, for instance, or it
Would
would
they
be a
get
bad
drunk?
idea.
Would you affect their drunkenness, your drunkenness onto them?
Might do, yeah.
Yeah,
But no,
all the effects.
it would affect the bad. It'd be a bad idea.
Yes, it would. I'm
It's
assuming.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't do Reiki when you're drunk.
No, no, it probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Um, because you have undesired effects.
Mm,
Because your vibrational energy is not right.
yes, that's right. Because yeah, of course, because everything's distorted, isn't it? Once
Yeah,
if you're drinking, then everything gets distorted. Your brain and yeah,
yeah. So in the same way, if you've got, yeah, if you're in a bad mood, that would affect vibrational energies.
yeah.
Well, the instruments might not play, for
Really,
instance.
really. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So it would just be flat. It would just wouldn't do anything. Would it not
yeah,
make a noise at all, or it would just go bam and then stop, or
yeah. They may do. They may not play at all. I've
really,
had that happen. Not
really?
because I was in a bad mood, but yeah, I was doing a talk and my drum stopped playing. It's just like, oh no, it's not playing anymore.
Wow. And did you find out why it wasn't doing? Did you suss out in the end why it wouldn't do anything? Was it you or was it somebody in the
But
room?
it was because it was damp. But
Oh,
it didn't like being damp, but yeah, we got through. And I think it was telling me that I needed to use my voice more,
ah, yeah,
not rely on the drum.
right. Yes,
Yeah.
I know that feeling. I've been there.
There's that. I've been challenged by my tutor to use my voice more.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So I
So
think it was telling me that.
yeah, so do you reckon the fact that your teacher told you to use your voice more has had, because she's talked to you, has had a vibrationary effect on you, so that had a knock-on effect when you were doing your talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Do you do do you do like sounds from the voice, like you say you talked, how does that work if you do, is it when you do something?
Well, talking is a voice sound, but you can go through it, can't we? So
Go on then.
yeah. So if you're thinking like the base chakra,
Uh-huh.
it would be
So it'd be low. Are you expecting me to do that?
yeah.
Uh-huh, got you.
And if it was, these are exercises, they're silly exercises. So you're thinking like heart, you're thinking open. Ah,
Can't even hear you now. Didn't like that one.
and then the top of your head there is hee.
Okay, so the higher up your chakra, the higher the frequency,
Um,
or not necessarily?
yeah, there's certain frequencies attached to the chakras, and the protocol for chakras would be that you've got a C to the base chakra, and it's a low C note.
Mm-hmm.
Although some people say G, but it's a low note, and usually it's a C.
Okay.
And the crown chakra is a higher, so up the octave to a B.
Right.
And the other chakras are the other notes in the octave. Now you've got C, you've got D for your sacral, for your solar plexus, it's E, the heart, it's F. We'll use the F sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Your throat chakras a G, third eye's A, and then a B.
Okay.
So you can actually sound those notes, and you can use bija mantras as well.
What's that?
So each chakra has got a mantra attached to it.
Okay.
I'll see if I can remember these. So the base chakra is lum. So it's lum, 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 lum. And then bum, bum, bum,
Okay, got you.
bum, bum, rum, 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 rum. Yeah. Hum, 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 and so on.
Ah.
Can't remember them.
Did well there.
So you can use those bija mantras.
Okay, yeah.
Um, and depending on how you say them, they can be energizing or cleansing.
When you say how you say them, do you mean the frequency, or do you just...
Well, I've said lum, and you might say la la lum, la la lum, la la lum, la la lum, 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 or you might do it slowly, lum.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Yes. So we do something that's called the middle pillar. I don't know whether you've heard it. You probably have.
I've done it, yeah.
um, and it goes down through the chakras. It goes down through the body parts, down to the feet,
Yeah.
down the spheres of the tree of life, if you like. Yeah. So would you say it would be better to do that with different frequencies of the voice? Or do you think that doesn't make any difference when you're talking about that sort of those, like,
Well,
mantra, isn't it?
you're
So
vibrating the sounds, aren't you?
yeah. So does
Um,
it matter if you did it? Because like I've got quite a deep voice, especially if I do that, I'm pretty much deep, but I can feel the vibrations where it needs to be felt. Apart from my
yeah.
feet, I can't get that. But yeah, but everywhere else I can feel it when I get to that level. I
So
feel the
when I
vibration.
was doing the bija mantras, because with the Indian systems they work upwards, and with the Jewish systems they work downwards. But
Yeah.
you're using it about the same note.
Mm.
Um, so the bija mantras tend to be at the same note, same frequency.
Okay.
So although there's frequencies attached to each mantra, no, each chakra, you don't necessarily, if you're using a vibrational energy for a mantra, then the sounds that you're using when you're using the middle pillar are the same. They're a vibrational energy.
Yeah, I suppose it's the words themselves, isn't it, that has its own vibrational frequency.
Frequency, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And so you're vibrating those rather than just saying them. You're vibrating those sounds.
yeah.
Um, and so it affects each um, energy center that way.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, cool.
And with the Chinese system, there's the same thing. You're using vibrational energies to affect um, the different parts of the body.
Mm.
And there's also a Norse um, system for doing the same thing.
Ah, oh, I don't think I've discovered that. I'm not sure. I don't think I've come
So
across that one.
there's something called stav, which is sort of they call it a Norse martial art,
Oh,
and they're
okay.
vibrating um, each room using different stances.
Oh, right. Oh, that's interesting. And what's that? What's that called?
Stav, STAV,
Oh,
stav.
I'm gonna look that up later.
So it's very interesting that each culture has developed their own system of vibrating um, the body, the spirit, and the soul. Each culture has developed a system to do it.
Yeah, but it all boils down to the same thing, doesn't it? Whichever
But
system.
yeah,
Yeah,
it all boils down to being able to affect using sound.
yeah, yeah. It's quite
Mm.
incredible, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
How amazing we all are.
yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's really interesting. I've got a, I don't know what you call those drums. I've got one of these round things that's got little round bits on it, and then I've got my little knobbly thing. And I bought it ages ago, and I keep forgetting to get it out and play with it. I have no idea what I'm doing with it, but I like it.
No, you just play with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun.
The more you sort of attach to things with instruments, the more you sort of play them and it becomes part of you, and you become part of it.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'll have to get it. I'm going to bring it up here, and then I won't leave it in its poor little bag on its own. It's stuck down there.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be feeling neglected.
Yeah, he needs to come out and play. Right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you.
that amazing talk. That was really interesting. I'm really excited. And when I see you next, I'll be looking for a little bit of healing. Nudge, nudge.
I'll bring my tuning forks.
Excellent. Good, Joe. Yeah, good show. Right, well done. And thank you so much
Okay.
for taking your time out to give us a wee chat. That was brilliant. And I shall
All
see you
right.
very soon.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Sally. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye for now. Bye. Well, that was amazing. That's so interesting, right? So, yes, gonna go and get my drum out. Gonna give it a little bam and play around with some sound. So yes, if you're interested, I'll get Sally to put on. I think she's got a website. if she's got some messages, and if you've got a message for her, you can put that in the comments. If you would like to ask her anything, then again, you can stick it in the comments, and we'll pass all the messages on. I hope you've enjoyed today. Please subscribe to my channel. I would be very grateful. It helps us to do more great things, get some more brilliant guests on, and then it helps to grow the channel. So please subscribe, please like, please share. Give us a comment. Comments are always good. I love to know how you're feeling and what you think about it. And I'll see you all very soon in the next edition of the Monthly Mystical. All right, have a fabulous day. Bye for now. Bye.